Hello and thank you for joining me once again. My name is Arita Samudo, a doctorate student in the Department of Public Administration at the California Baptist University. I will be discussing my potential dissertation topic in partial fulfillment for the coursework for DPA 755, Public Administration as a Profession. My potential dissertation topic is Health Management Policies in West Africa, Evaluating Collaborative Governance in Healthcare Delivery Systems. Three things come to mind when I think of this topic. First and foremost, there will be the question of the region of West Africa, what's going on there, what's happening with the health management policies in West Africa. Is collaborative governance a thing in the delivery of healthcare services? A second question will be why the region? Well, the reason for the region is I am originally Nigerian, and Nigeria is a West African country, and I am concerned about the delivery of healthcare systems or healthcare services in Nigeria and West Africa as a whole. So for that reason, I will be exploring this topic. Another point that comes to mind is the past and the current. How has it been before now? Are there insurance policies? Are there healthcare reforms? And are there healthcare reforms, hospital reforms with regards to healthcare policies? Are there any improvements with the healthcare strategic planning in this region at all? As a public administration doctorate student, I like to see that in every public service delivery that the pillars of public administration are upheld. Pillars like accountability, efficiency and effectiveness, legitimacy, equity and fairness, representation and responsibility, and politics and administration dichotomy. And the theories behind this pillar of public administration have been discussed and heralded, and some of them were founded by very prominent public administrators or economists. We have people like Woodrow Wilson, who really talked about politics administration dichotomy. We have Max Weber for accountability, John Locke for legitimacy, John Rawls, who discussed equity and fairness, and Samuel Krislov, who discussed representation and responsibilities, as well as Frederick Taylor on efficiency and effectiveness. Now, what exactly is my concern as it relates to healthcare management in West Africa? So for me, in my dissertation, the problem statements would be, or the problem questions would be, what are the right conditions for a successful collaborative governance? Can revamped healthcare management policies aid health strategic planning in the region? So to further buttress my points about discussing the pillars of public administrations and to look into the fact that the pillars are upheld, there are other theories as well that are related to my study, and that's collaborative governance, risk sharing, processes, policies, and cost-benefit analysis. Having looked at the theories that relate to the pillars of public administration that are also related to my study, I note that there are objectives to be investigated through the analysis of primary and secondary data. So for me, in my dissertation and given my dissertation topic, I'm looking to critically analyze health policies in the West African region. I'm also looking to critically analyze the importance and benefits of risk sharing and risk governance through collaboration, to critically analyze the role of collaborative governance in the introduction and enhancement of innovation in healthcare delivery. I would also analyze how collaborative governance can lead to better public service risk management and governance through a comparison. Further on, I will analyze the risks associated with different collaborative arrangements in the West African region. I would identify and analyze factors facilitating or constraining the practice of collaborative governance. And I would also assess the risk resulting from the underdevelopment of alternative revenue resources. So how do I intend to carry out my research? How do I intend to discuss these points that I've noted earlier on? How do I intend to relate it to the theories and the pillars of public administration? I would be giving my research an actual design, and that would be designing tools and techniques which will effectively capture, validate, and measure key characteristics so as to meet the research objectives. I'd also use data and methodologies that would be suitable, and for me it would be the qualitative method, which places more emphasis on words rather than quantification. I would apply an inductive approach. By so doing, I intend to carry out in-depth interviews as well as engage focus groups. I would also apply the analysis of academic sources, which includes books, journals, periodicals, and that's basically for the analysis of scholarly ideas that have existed in this field. So why am I motivated to carry out this research? Why am I motivated to have such a wide and broad research on this topic? Apart from originally being a Nigerian from West Africa, this research continues my study, my scholarly and professional interest within the field of public administration and risk management, particularly within the areas of risk governance and risk analysis. I find that within the public service sector in West Africa and in Africa as a whole, especially concerning health management, there is the evidence of possible constant innovation and efficient approaches for the provision of these services. However, the lack of proper management, including adequate policies, have made the provision of these services almost impossible. Also, my research, I intend that this research should underpin innovative solutions for the provision of these services through viable risk management and governance methods. I'm hoping that putting all of this together and with my continued study at California Baptist University, I would be able to fine-tune my research. I would be able to use the appropriate method and appropriate tools to help me arrive at a favorable conclusion, which would be to provide knowledge and to open up channels of discussions and channels of research, which would eventually provide solution to health management systems in West Africa and maybe Africa as a whole. So I hope to be that solution that's needed, and I hope to open more doors for researchers in this field. Thank you once again for listening. Thank you for your time, and I hope I'll be back to give you more slides as my dissertation goes on. Thank you and God bless.